Jesus, that was hilarious. Can't believe I ran into you in a place like that, Layla.
Excuse me, who is this?
Come on, it's me, Joseph.
Oh, Joseph.
What's with that cold reaction? Your ex-husband reaches out after all this time and that's how you react? You should be happier.
Honestly, getting a message from you doesn't make me happy at all. It's been so long since I've heard from you that I almost forgot you even existed.
Wow, that's harsh. We were married once, remember?
So, what do you want?
Oh, nothing in particular, really.
Huh?
I just noticed that I walked right past you and Emily. It was kind of nostalgic, so I thought I'd message you. What's it been? Like 2 years?
Oh, so that was you earlier, huh, Joseph?
Oh, don't act like you didn't notice. You saw me too, didn't you? Still got that gloomy look on your face, huh? A broke single mom? How pathetic. I can't help but feel sorry for you. You've had a tough time since we split, haven't you? I felt sorry for you as I walked by. Well, good luck with that.
I thought, what's with this creepy old guy smirking at me as I walked past? Never imagined it'd be you.
Huh? Creepy? What's that supposed to mean? That's rude.
Creepy is creepy. I mean, smiling like that and looking at me like I'm on display? That's not normal. And finding out it was my ex-husband who cheated on me with my sister and divorced me 2 years ago? Now that's enough to make anyone go, ugh. Just thinking about it gives me chills.
See? That attitude is why I left you. If you'd been a little more sweet and charming, things wouldn't have turned out like this.
I don't care if you think I'm cute or not. There's no benefit to me even if you did. Did you really think a lame insult like that would make me upset? I don't have the time to react to your childish provocations. I bet you felt like you came out on top when you cheated on me with my sister and threw me and our 2-year-old daughter Emily out of the house. But it seems you were way off. Do you not remember how everyone around you sided with me and cut ties with you? Friends, relatives, co-workers, pretty much everyone ditched you two and you had to leave town. I can't shake the image of you two with those emotional faces as you made your way out of town. It was such a pathetic sight. I'll never forget how pitiful you both looked.
Shut up. That's all in the past, okay? I'm happy now, and that's all that matters.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, that's right. Unlike you, I've got a much better paying job than some broke single mom like you. I'm living the good life.
Oh, really? So what? Then maybe don't send me a ridiculous message just because we happen to cross paths. Are you bored or something?
What? Like I've got time to waste.
Busy people don't send dumb messages like this.
What the hell? I was just trying to give you a little update on my life.
I don't want to hear updates about your life. And assuming I'm broke? That's seriously annoying. Honestly, this is such a pain. Leave me alone.
What's with that attitude toward your ex-husband?
I can treat you however I want. And by the way, an ex-husband is just another stranger. Bye now. Don't ever contact me again.
Hey Layla, how've you been? Hey, don't ignore me.
What do you want this time? I told you not to contact me anymore, didn't I?
Oh, come on. We were married, remember?
You must really have too much time on your hands. I'm super busy right now. If you don't have a reason to talk, I'm ending this.
All right. Hold on. So you're living in a short-term rental in Riverside now, huh?
What?
Didn't expect you to be living in a place like that.
Wait a second. How do you know my address?
2 years ago, after the divorce, you went back to your parents' house with Emily. When did you move? And why are you living in a short-term rental anyway?
Did you seriously follow me? Why would you go that far? What's your goal here?
The last time we ran into each other, it was in front of that small local grocery store, right? That kind of place is usually only frequented by locals. And I saw green onions sticking out of your bag, so it wasn't some vacation. It was a regular grocery run. You were clearly living your day-to-day life. This suggested that you probably lived close by. So I figured you'd come back to that store again soon. I started casually keeping an eye on it during my breaks from work, and bingo.
Bingo? This is seriously creepy. You're acting like a stalker.
Don't say things that make me sound bad. It's just that my hunch happened to be right. That's all. So, why are you living in a short-term rental? What's wrong with a regular apartment?
Why do I have to explain my life to you? It's none of your business.
The fact that you're so defensive just confirms for me that you're hiding something. You're hiding something, aren't you?
Even if I told you, it wouldn't change anything, would it? And honestly, I have no obligation to tell you anything. Actually, I don't want to tell you. Leave me alone.
Ah, I get it. You got kicked out of your parents' house, didn't you? You had nowhere else to go, so you moved here, hoping for a chance to get back together with me. I mean, this city is close to my workplace after all.
Excuse me? What are you even talking about? You're not making any sense.
No, think about it. If we got back together, your life would stabilize, and Emily would be happy too. Deep down, you're thinking the same thing, right? You probably didn't sign a lease for a long-term apartment because you were already planning to live with me again after we reconciled. Smart move. I'd expect nothing less from my ex-wife.
That is absolutely not the case. Getting back together has never crossed my mind, not even for a second. In fact, I don't want anything to do with you. And for the record, Emily has never once said she wants to see you.
Oh, stop pretending. You're still totally hung up on me. If you want, I could give you a chance. Right now, I'll even generously consider taking you back.
Thanks for the offer, but I'll pass this time.
Oh, no need to be so modest. You haven't been able to forget about me since the divorce, right?
It's not modesty, it's because you're so gross.
What?
Bye now. Don't ever contact me again.
Jesus, you're so stubborn. Well, whatever. I know how you really feel. Hey, Layla, what's going on here? There's something I need to check with you. Pick up the phone.
Gosh, what is it this time?
You said the other day you were living in a short-term rental in Riverside, right?
Yeah, so?
That's strange. You didn't move, did you? I'm sure you were in Unit 203. I double-checked it several times. What the hell is going on?
What? What do you mean, what's going on? What's your deal? Wait a minute. Did you go to my apartment?
Yeah, I did.
Jesus, you were sick. Are you serious?
Why weren't you there? I took the time to come over and see you. I ended up knocking on some random woman's door, and it turned into a huge scene. She called the cops on me.
What? What are you even talking about? I have no idea what's going on. What exactly happened?
You were taking too long to come to me and ask to get back together. So I got tired of waiting and decided to come to you myself.
I've told you I'm not getting back together with you. How many times do I have to say it for you to understand?
Come on, I get it. I know you need me. So I made the effort to come early in the morning, and just as I got there, a woman came out of Unit 203 to take out the trash. I thought it was you.
You thought she was me because she looked like me? Was her face identical or something?
Well, I didn't actually see her face.
Then why would you mistake her for me?
She was wearing loose loungewear and had a hat pulled low over her face. From behind, I figured it had to be you and didn't question it. When she finished taking out the trash and was heading back into her apartment, I decided to surprise her by hugging her from behind. And then she screamed, called the cops on me, and I ended up getting questioned. It was a disaster.
You're such an idiot. Hugging a stranger like that? That's the lowest.
How was I supposed to know? She came out of Unit 203, so I just assumed it was you.
That apartment? I moved out a long time ago.
Moved out? Why?
It was only a 2-week business trip. The company rented that place for me to stay during my assignment.
You've got to be kidding me. I can't believe you'd go on a business trip for work.
What's that supposed to mean?
I just couldn't imagine a plain single mom like you being assigned to something like that.
What's with that ridiculous prejudice?
So, did you take Emily with you on the trip?
Of course not. Emily stayed with my parents at their house. Taking a kid on a business trip would be almost impossible.
Hold on a second. Then who was that kid I saw? You were at the grocery store with a little girl, weren't you? Wasn't that Emily?
That was probably the daughter of an employee I worked with during the trip. She's about the same age as Emily, I think.
What? A co-worker's kid? Why were you with her?
I mentioned during the trip that I planned to cook as much as possible, so one of the employees kindly offered to take me to a nearby grocery store. She was really nice. She brought her daughter along, and on the way out, she realized she'd forgotten something and went back into the store. While she was inside, I offered to watch her daughter until she came back. That's probably when you passed by and saw me. So you assumed I was with Emily.
No way. Are you kidding me? So this was all just some huge misunderstanding?
Honestly, I had no idea you were living in that town where I was on a business trip until you mentioned it.
Wait, really? I thought you'd move here to be closer to me.
Of course not.
But you want to get back together with me, right?
How many times do I have to tell you? I have absolutely no interest in getting back together with you. Stop spouting nonsense about us reconciling or me being broke. It's ridiculous.
But single moms are always broke, aren't they? Getting back together with me would make your life so much easier. You don't have to put on a tough act.
Enough already. You're seriously disgusting.
So, where are you living now?
Like I'd ever tell you. Bye.
Hey, Layla, what the hell is going on? How many times are you going to humiliate me? Layla, answer me.
What?
I went to your parents' house and they called the cops on me. Some strangers came out of nowhere and I was shocked.
Huh? You went to my parents' house? Why? Wait a second. I don't understand. I never told you my parents' address.
What are you talking about? I went there a few times before the divorce. There's no way I'd forget it in just 2 years. It used to be my in-laws' house, so I knew my way around. So I didn't even ring the doorbell and just walked in, only to find strangers living there. When I shouted in surprise, they called me a burglar and called the cops.
What were you thinking?
What's going on here? I'm the one who should have called the police. I found strangers living in your parents' house.
That's not their house anymore.
What?
They moved 4 months ago, so of course, strangers live there now.
What? Moved?
The house you knew as my parents' place was a rental, but I built a new house, and my parents and Emily moved in with me.
What? You built a house?
Why are you so shocked?
Because you're a single mom.
And?
There's no way a single mom like you could afford to build a house. A broke single mom dreaming about owning a home? That's hilarious. But seriously, how are you planning to handle a mortgage? There's no way someone like you could even get approved for a loan. That's just common sense.
Listen, the idea that single moms are automatically broke? That's just a stereotype. Stop making those kinds of assumptions.
What? Not broke, you say? No way.
I'm sure there are families out there struggling financially, and not just single moms, of course. But in my case, I've always worked, and I'm still working hard now. In fact, my annual income was about $20,000 higher than yours even 2 years ago when we divorced.
$20,000 more? No way.
Honestly, I'm more surprised you didn't even know my income. We were married after all.
Well, yeah, but you took maternity leave for Emily and then quit your job without telling me. So of course, I assumed you were a stay-at-home mom. I couldn't believe you just quit your job without discussing it with me. That's the kind of irresponsible behavior that made me decide to divorce you.
I didn't quit my job. I went back to work after my maternity leave. I'm pretty sure I told you that.
What? You didn't quit? You went back to work? No, I never saw you commuting to your job. Even right before the divorce, you were still at home all the time.
Wait a second. Did you think I was going back to work right after Emily turned 2?
Hell yeah. You said you'd go back to work after she turned 2.
I did say that, but to be precise, I went back starting the first of the following month.
What? The following month?
I told you that ahead of time, and I even wrote it in big letters on the calendar. Didn't you see it? So you misunderstood, and then used that misunderstanding as an excuse to marry my sister, who you were already cheating with, and kick me and Emily out of the house. Unbelievable.
No way. I really thought I had a solid reason to divorce you because you quit your job without telling me.
Seems like you didn't actually listen to anything, huh?
What?
I explained everything clearly to you, but you twisted it to suit your narrative. For the record, I went back to work just 2 days after you threw us out. But your ridiculous tantrum made it nearly impossible for me to prepare for that new phase of my life.
What? 2 days later?
That's right.
Wait, so are you still working at the same company as back then?
Yes. Thanks to that, work is going well.
So that means you're making a decent salary now? The company you worked for always had pretty good benefits.
Yeah, at the very least, I'm not broke.
Hey, how much are you making at that company?
I don't need to share specific numbers with someone who's just an outsider. You have no right to pry into my income.
Well, yeah, that's true, but I can't help being curious.
All right, I think that's enough. Talking to you is a waste of time. I still have chores to finish, and I need to cook dinner for Emily.
Hey, wait. Actually, I broke up with your sister. We're not together anymore.
I see. And?
Aren't you surprised?
Not really. And what does that have to do with me?
There's nothing standing between us anymore. I want to remarry you, start fresh with you and Emily, and build a happy home together. Come on, let's give it another shot.
Why don't you just be honest?
What do you mean?
You got laid off from your job, became unemployed, and as soon as that happened, my sister dumped you. Then, you couldn't pay the rent on your apartment and got evicted. Now you're homeless with nowhere to go. You don't have a family to turn to, and you're wandering aimlessly. So, desperate and clinging to the smallest hope, you're trying to force a reconciliation. After making all kinds of wrong assumptions, you've been relentlessly bothering me to get back together. Why not just admit it?
Wait, no, that's not true.
Oh? Am I wrong?
Well, what you said is pretty much true, but it's not my fault I ended up like this. The company's poor performance led to the layoffs. I didn't do anything wrong.
Don't bother trying to cover it up. I already heard everything from my sister. Not just about your current situation, but also the real reason you got laid off.
What? She told you all that?
Yes. You were caught repeatedly using company property for personal purposes. And when your boss found out, you were terminated for cause, weren't you? To avoid damaging the company's reputation, they called it a layoff. But in reality, you were fired. On top of that, there's a possibility you could be charged with embezzlement. My sister couldn't see any future with someone like you, so she got fed up and left. That about sums it up, right?
Well, yeah, that's basically it, but wait, since when were you in contact with your sister?
Actually, she reached out to me. I had blocked her 4 years ago, but with how erratic your behavior was, I figured she might get involved somehow, so I unblocked her. And just as I thought, the first thing she said was, just like you, I don't have a home. She then explained her situation and yours. It appeared that she had been struggling solo and was pretty much at her wit's end. I just pieced together what she told me, added a bit of deduction, and laid it out all for you. Looks like I was spot on. So spot on that you can't even deny it.
Well, yeah, fine. You're right. Everything you said is true. I have nowhere to live. No money either. So stop overcomplicating things and just take me back. Support me. That'll solve everything, won't it? And as a reward, I'll let you have another kid with me. Do you want a boy or a girl?
No thanks. Who would want that kind of reward? That's the worst punishment imaginable. The thought of having another child with someone like you is horrifying.
What? You should be honored to have me as the father of your kids. Since honesty isn't your thing, I'm stepping in to help you out. You should be grateful.
After all the times I've called you gross and disgusting, you're still clinging to these delusions? Do you have zero ability to learn? Seriously, you're so creepy. I'd rather live alone than spend another second with you.
What? You hate me that much?
Yes, absolutely. Please, just stop. I don't want to have anything more to do with you.
But if things stay like this, I'll seriously end up homeless. I spent almost $200 on travel just to get to your old family home. Look, could you lend me some money, just a little?
So you wasted $200. Unbelievable. I can't even understand why you'd go that far just to try and see me.
Please, I won't ask for reconciliation anymore. Just help me find a job and a place to live. I don't want to end up on the streets.
What? Is that what you are asking me? Don't you think that's a bit much?
I don't have anyone else to turn to. My friends, my relatives, they've all abandoned me. You're the only one I have left. If you just help me out, I promise, I'll never bother you or Emily again for the rest of my life. So please, help me.
Oh, never bother us again? That's an appealing offer.
I'll even put it in writing if you want. We can make it official, with a legal document or whatever you need.
All right. If that's the condition, I might consider it. It's the same workplace I introduced to my sister, though. Is that okay? Your placement will probably be somewhere far from here, but that'll depend on luck. Also, I might add one more condition on my end. Depending on what it is, the deal might change.
If it gets me a job and a place to stay, I'll agree to anything. Just help me, please.
All right, give me a moment. Sorry for the late reply.
No problem. You're going to introduce me to a job, right?
Yeah.
I appreciate it, Layla. This means I won't have to end up homeless.
Do you know the nature park in Riverside? The one with the big pond?
Oh yeah, I know it. It's near the high school I went to. My friends and I used to skip class and take naps there.
I see. That spot must hold a lot of sentimental value for you. Tomorrow morning at 9, stand near the entrance to the parking lot on the south side of the park. Someone from the workplace I recommended will come to pick you up there.
Got it. Tomorrow morning at 9, right? Just to confirm, if I go to that meeting spot, they'll set me up with a job and a place to stay, right?
Yes, just as promised. Oh, and make sure to bring your ID just in case. Also, it might be a good idea to pack a change of clothes. You might be taken directly to the dormitory.
Dormitory? Right, because they're providing a place to live too. That's great. I really appreciate it.
For the details, you can ask the person from the workplace.
All right, I got it. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Layla, what's going on?
What?
You sent me to the most ridiculous workplace. I showed up at the meeting spot all ready to go, and a black van pulled up. I thought, no way, but it was Rockwell Construction.
That's right. And you're the one who asked me to find you a job and a place to live, right?
Well, yeah, but why Rockwell Construction of all places?
Is there a problem? Rockwell Construction is a reputable company known for solid management in the construction industry.
It's nothing but problems. I know what kind of people work there. It's all reckless, delinquent types. A company like that is nothing but trouble.
Don't badmouth a company run by the father of one of my friends, okay? They're known for turning even the biggest slackers into responsible employees with their excellent training programs. It's one of the most trustworthy companies out there.
What? Your friend's father? Wait a second. Are you telling me you know Ava Rockwell? How are you connected to her?
Oh, you know Ava?
She was my senior in high school. Everybody in town knew who she was. She was famous. Back when I was acting out a bit, I picked a fight with her without realizing she was Rockwell Construction's daughter, and she threw me to the ground. It was terrifying. Trauma-level terrifying. How do you know someone like her?
We're mom friends.
What? Mom friends? With Ava Rockwell? You've got to be kidding me.
Our kids are different ages, but we met at a community center. Her youngest is in the same daycare as Emily. Thanks to her, I was able to catch you after I caught my sister. I'm really grateful to Ava. Oh, and you already signed the agreement to pay child support and alimony in installments from your paycheck every month. You read it before signing, didn't you? Ava does great work. I'm truly grateful.
What? Child support and alimony? Nobody told me about that.
About the conditions we talked about yesterday? Don't tell me you forgot. You were supposed to have been told. Didn't the employee who picked you up explain everything?
What? Well, they gave me a document to sign, and I did, but I barely read it.
Oh, by the way, my sister also signed a similar agreement for paying alimony.
Come on, give me a break. Why should I pay alimony to someone I'm no longer with?
Because it's still within the time frame where I can legally claim it. I'm glad I filed before it expired.
But you're doing well financially, aren't you? You're not struggling.
Nope, I'm not struggling at all.
Then don't ask for alimony. You're just taking advantage of the situation to leech off us. You're the worst.
If you cheat, paying compensation is only natural, and providing child support for your kid is your responsibility as a parent. The only one at fault here is you, for trying to shirk those obligations. Take your selfish, narrow-minded ideas and let Rockwell Construction's training knock some sense into you.
Layla, I know cheating was wrong. I regret it. Please, I'm begging you, don't make me pay the alimony. I'm broke. I don't have any savings and I can't pay alimony or child support.
Oh, didn't I mention? They'll deduct it straight from your paycheck every month. Now make sure to work hard starting today.
No way. Seriously?
And so Joseph ended up working at Rockwell Construction. The job was grueling, and the senior employee's training was harsh, so he was already on the verge of tears from day one. However, with nowhere else to go, he couldn't run away. He also couldn't afford to go out and have fun, so his days are now a cycle of shuttling between the company dormitory and the work site, utterly exhausted. As promised, the alimony and child support are deducted directly from his paycheck at Rockwell Construction each month. Since Joseph would undoubtedly try to avoid paying if billed directly, having it withheld is a huge relief. For now, the company has agreed to manage his paycheck, but their long-term goal is to teach Joseph to take responsibility for his actions and face his mistakes. So he will eventually pay on his own initiative. It might take time, but after all, he is still a father. With Rockwell Construction's strict training, let's hope he becomes a decent enough person to hold his head up in society someday.
Good evening, Kelly. It's about 8 p.m. there, right?
Hello, Vernon. It's almost 8:30 p.m. Was it a busy day at your work today?
Yeah, it was. I'm used to it, but it's still tiring.
Thank you for working hard every day for our family. But now that your overseas assignment is over, you can finally come home, right? I'm sure the kids are looking forward to finally meeting you. They don't usually say any of their concerns, but I think they miss their father.
Really? I thought they already forgot me.
You're their father. They won't forget you just because they haven't met you in 3 years.
But Kyle is only 5 years old, right? He was 2 when I was transferred to Singapore. I thought he wouldn't remember.
Don't worry, because you would come back here for long vacations, and we used to go on vacation here. I'm sure he knows you're his father. That's how it goes with parents and children.
At first, I really didn't like the idea of 3 years overseas assignment, but now that I think about it, it all happened so fast.
I was so busy raising kids and working that 3 years seemed like a blink of an eye when I think about it now. I've been trained a lot. By the way, when is your return date?
2 months from now, on the 27th.
So close. I'm looking forward to it. What do you want to eat first after a long absence?
Let's see. I think I'll have macaroni and cheese.
Mac and cheese? I'll get it ready for you then. I'll get some expensive ingredients.
I hope they're not too expensive.
Leave it to me. The kids love mac and cheese too. Are you going back to the headquarters as soon as you get back?
Sounds like that's the plan. So, they're putting me online right now for a meeting with the head office in New York. It's pretty tough because of the time difference.
I think they are counting on you. I'm happy for you.
My colleagues said that 3 years in Singapore is a customary career path. I'm sure I'll be able to work at a similar position when I go back to the head office. I can repay the favor you've done to our family for the past 3 years.
Oh, please don't say that. It's only natural for a wife to look after the house while her husband is away. But I'm so happy for you. After 3 years of hard work in Singapore, it's all worth it. All of your hard work is now paid off.
Yes, you're right. Anyway, I need to talk to you.
Okay, what is it?
Oh,
Oh, sorry, Vernon. Can I call you later? I think the kids have started fighting.
Fighting? A girl and a boy fighting each other?
Lately, Kyle has been learning a lot of new words, so he has been arguing with his sister.
I see. I don't like it when they fight. Well, I'll see you tomorrow or when I have time.
Sorry, I'll get back to you. It's been barely 3 years since my husband Vernon was transferred to Singapore by himself. He will be back home in 2 months. I had no doubt in my mind that we would be able to live together as a normal family. I was looking forward to that day to come, but I never imagined that he would betray me like that. Over the weekend, I sent a message to him. Hello, Vernon. I hope this is good timing for you. You said that you want to have a discussion with me the other day, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, that one. Do you mind if we have a discussion about that now?
Kate is at the dance club and Kyle is taking a nap.
Napping. That's nice. Kids are supposed to play and sleep as much as they can.
The other day, Kate told me that adults can buy whatever they want whenever they want, even though that's not true. So, what is it that you want to talk about? Is it about the things after you came back here?
No, it's not about that. Actually, I've been thinking about what I'm going to say, but when I get back, I want you to get out of that house.
What? Sorry, I don't understand why I should do that. What do you mean you want me to leave? I can't think straight.
I want to change my family.
What do you mean by that? I really don't get it at all. Explain it properly so I can understand.
Okay, calm down and listen to me. Actually, I met someone I like in Singapore. I'm in love with her.
Someone you love? In Singapore?
Yes, and I want to go back home with her and our child.
A child? Is the child hers? Or is it yours?
She's our child. She's 2 years old now.
So you're saying you had a local wife there? You cheated on me and had a child with her, right? And that the child is 2 years old? That's just right after you were transferred there. So you're saying that you have a child there, but you just want to come back home without thinking about what you're gonna do next?
The moment I met her, I knew that we were meant for each other. I knew she was the one. So I'm going to take her and the child back home to live in the house, and I want you guys to leave.
Wait a minute. That's so selfish. Does she know I exist? You're married, remember?
She doesn't know anything about you and the kids. I can't tell her that, so I want you to shut up and get out of that house.
Huh? Vernon, do you have any idea what you're talking about? I mean, you're cheating on me. That's a great betrayal.
Betrayal or not, it's my life, so I can live it the way I want. It's none of your business.
How can it be none of my business? You have to take responsibility. As for me, what are you going to do about Kate and Kyle? Are you going to divorce me? Pay for the alimony and child support?
I'm going to feed my new family, remember? That's why my money will go to my new family.
Are you saying that you're not going to pay me alimony or child support? No kidding! That's so selfish of you!
You work for the government employee, and you've been living with the kids for the last 3 years. So you don't need me to be there for you, right? She needs me. That's why I want to support her properly.
Are you saying you're coming back with that girlfriend of yours?
We're getting married. So I'm going to go back home first, clean up the house. Also, I'll get divorced from you, pick her up, and come back.
So you're going back and forth, aren't you? That sounds like a lot of work.
That's why I wanted to tell you about the divorce and the house first. Then, even if it's less than 2 months from now, I'm sure that you're ready to move out.
I don't know. Is it really that big of a deal? You're asking me out of the blue. After 3 years of your absence, I thought we'd finally be able to live together as a family in this house.
I'm really sorry about that, but it's going to be me and my new family living in the house. I'm sorry for the short notice, but I need you to step aside for the sake of my happiness.
That's too selfish. Why should I step aside for your happiness? What about our family's happiness?
But this is a decision that's been made. You'll have to leave the house as soon as possible. And of course, move your stuff out neatly so that my new family and I can move in comfortably. I'll come back home once in 2 months, on the 15th, and we'll discuss about the divorce. I'm not going to change my mind.
Are you really going to divorce me, Vernon?
Of course. I'm getting a divorce and I'll be marrying my girlfriend.
If you divorce me, I won't forgive you. After such a terrible betrayal, I'm going to make sure I'm thoroughly done with you.
Wow, that's a scary thing to say.
I'll make sure you pay for the alimony and child support for the kids. I'm not going to just sit back and cry myself to sleep while you're doing this horrible thing to me.
There's no way I can afford the money, so give up. You know what people say, that you can't give what you don't have, don't you?
I'll do whatever it takes to make you pay for those, even if it takes decades, and I don't like the idea of letting you have your own way. If anything, I don't want you to be happy. I'm going to fight you with everything I've got. Be prepared.
I don't know what you're gonna do, but don't do anything nasty.
I was both angry and annoyed at Vernon. I couldn't even understand why I had married him. Everything just went blank inside my head. But I am a mother of 2 children. I couldn't just stand by and watch with my fingers crossed. My son woke up from his nap and patted me worriedly on the back, bringing me back to my senses. I then proceeded with my preparations.
Kelly, what does this mean?
Vernon, have you returned home? Welcome home.
Stop kidding me. Why is there a board that says the house is on sale the front gate?
That's because I've sold the house. Anyway, where are we going to discuss the divorce? Do you want me to book a hotel's conference room?
Huh? Don't be silly. It's not the right time to book a conference room. What do you mean that you've sold the house? I don't have a home to come back to.
Of course not. You don't have a place to come back to.
That house is for my family. You sold it without my permission.
Vernon, listen to me. Have you forgotten about that house? 7 years ago, when we bought the house.
7 years ago? I don't understand.
You bought the house in my name because I had more money saved up and because it was easier to get approved for a loan since I work for the government, right? What I do with what's in my name is up to me, isn't it? I just sold my own house on my own. Do you have a problem with that?
That's too selfish. We lived together after we bought it, and we should discuss it.
You took the liberty of going overseas to a new place, got a new girlfriend, and even have a child. And then, when you come back, you ask me to move out of the house because you're bringing her back with you? That's selfish.
What about the division of property? I'm paying the mortgage too, so I should be entitled to it.
I checked with my lawyer and I'm properly following the law because you clearly stated on the line that you have no intention of paying alimony and child support. You made a serious mistake.
Mistake? Don't tell me you sold the house for the alimony and child support.
The mortgage you were paying was not enough for alimony and child support. I'll be sure to bill you for the rest. Through my lawyer, of course.
Where are you guys?
There's no way I'm telling you that. You need to ask my lawyer. Besides, I don't want you coming to see me and the kids.
You're having so much fun taking away my place of refuge. You're the worst kind of person.
How dare you? You sounded so happy when you tried to kick us out of the house. Did you have fun making a local wife, even though you were still married to me? Did you enjoy living with your local wife and daughter there?
Well, that's
what you deserve, so you'd better accept the bitter fact. We need to discuss the divorce first. can you come to my lawyer's office?
Lawyer's office?
Yes, the office is in the front of the nearest station of your workplace. When you come, we'll talk about the divorce and the rest of the money. Of course, with my lawyer whom I can trust.
Don't think you'll get away with this.
Oh, and by the way, I'll call your company too.
What? Why? The company has nothing to do with it.
Because you cheated on your wife while you were away from home, and we're getting a divorce. You're not family anymore, so there will be a lot of procedures at the company. I don't know who the other party is yet, but if it's a coworker in Singapore or something, it's just too much.
It can't be helped. I met the love of my life. I don't care about the company. I just want to make the woman I love happy.
Was it really a coworker of yours? A woman who worked there, in the same company? And she didn't know that you were married? That's strange, isn't it?
Singapore is one of the biggest cities in the world, and there are a lot of people there. I mean, they don't even check if I'm married or not, so...
I'm sorry. I still need to contact the company. I'd better talk to the company about that in detail.
Wait a minute! If you do that, not only me, but she could lose her job too.
She didn't know you were married, did she? Then she's a victim. I'm sure she'll be fine. If anything, she's in the same boat as me.
I told her that I'm a married man after a while.
Oh, wow. I'm stunned. So then she knows now, right?
She saw my messages with you. That's how she found out. But she still said she loves me and that we should get married and live together in the US. She said she loves me.
Looks like I've got more money to charge for alimony. I don't know her contact information indeed, so I still have to tell the company. I'll have my lawyer go through the company and talk to her about the fee.
Our daughter is still young, for God's sake. Please don't do that.
How dare you talk to me like that? Even our kids are still very young, 7 and 5 years old. At this point in time, you're so busy talking about your girlfriend and daughter in Singapore that you don't even worry about Kate and Kyle. You are such a selfish man.
We've been apart for 3 years anyway.
That's not the point, is it? They are your children. Anyway, please come to the lawyer's office. We'll talk about all this.
Please, don't tell the company about the affair and anything related to that.
It's up to you.
What do I have to do to get you not to tell them?
If you and your girlfriend pay proper alimony and child support, I might reconsider.
There's no way I have that much money.
Then I'll just tell the company. The company triggered the problem by transferring you to Singapore in the first place.
Wait a minute, Kelly. I'm sorry. I'll make sure I pay you alimony too. I'm finally back at the head office, and I'm on the fast track to a big promotion. My life is just about to begin. If I fail at this point, everything I've worked for will be a waste.
What does that have to do with me? Everything you're saying is only for your own reasons. You cheated on me and even have a child. You also forced me to move out of my house. You've got to be kidding me. What about the lives of our beloved children? I don't understand why you can only think about your own happiness.
Don't talk to me so coldly like that. All right, I'll go to the lawyer's office right now and get down on my knees or whatever.
Getting down on your knees won't change anything you've done. I don't even want to see that.
Listen, I'm really sorry about what I've done to you.
If you really feel bad, then come to the lawyer's office properly and show your sincerity in the visible form of money. That's the only way to resolve this.
Okay then. Anyway, I'll be right there. So please, don't tell the company.
I'll give you 3 more minutes.
Your joke isn't funny at all, Kelly.
Then I'll give you 30 minutes. Please come quickly. I'll be waiting for you.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
I don't know who started the rumor, but word of Vernon's affair spread quickly throughout the company. He was supposed to return to the headquarters, but he was transferred to a remote place somewhere near Seattle. Of course, there was no way that his girlfriend and child from Singapore would come to such a place. and he was easily dumped right after that. He had cheated and betrayed his wife and 2 children, so he deserves to be punished. I hope he will live the rest of his life reflecting on the mistakes he made. Until now, Vernon has been working alone and lonely at his new office. He sent me a letter through my lawyer telling me that he could only keep working to pay for the alimony and child support, and it's just too hard for him to bear. Of course, I ripped the letter and threw it right away to the garbage bin.
Sasha, may I have a word?
Amy, what's wrong?
I was wondering. I think that Emma's recent hobbies are a little too lame. For example, those comics.
Is that so? She enjoys reading them.
In my house, we try to include more academic things. For example, we regularly go to the opera and classical concerts, and it's a good influence on my son, Brian.
That's wonderful. But Emma doesn't seem to be interested in those things yet. If she wants to, of course, I'll let her do those things. But there's also something she can learn from comics.
Well, I also think it's not a good idea to use too many cheap ingredients. We use organic and high-quality ingredients to keep my son healthy. It makes my husband happy too.
I see. We use local fresh ingredients, but we do try to take care of her health to a certain extent.
I hope that's good enough. By the way, I wonder if you're giving Emma an early education. We have been teaching Brian Spanish and arithmetic ever since he can remember.
Wow, that's great. I haven't done that much with Emma yet. Right now, I'm focusing on having her learn through play.
Yes, that may be one way, but early education is still important. We talk to Brian in Spanish every day and have him go through a special program. By doing so, he will have more options in the future.
That's wonderful. We also want to give Emma a variety of experiences as she grows.
Yes, that's good. But I feel sorry for the child if the parents are not educated. That's why we want Brian to have a top-notch education. We are trying our best to give him a first-class education and raise him to be a respectable man.
That's admirable. We want to do everything we can for Emma, too.
Sasha, for Emma's sake, shouldn't you give her better experiences?
Better experiences?
For example, why don't you let her travel abroad? Our family goes on overseas trip every year to expose Brian to different cultures.
That's right. We'll think about it too.
We also have him read classic literature from an early age. I hear that exposing children to good books from childhood enriches their sensibilities.
I let Emma read books that interest her. By choosing her own books, she seems to enjoy reading.
That may be a good point, but it is also important for parents to make sure they choose the right books. We go to a bookstore every month and buy carefully selected books for Brian.
Is that so? That sounds like a good idea.
Yes, it is. After all, if parents are not strong, I feel sorry for their children. I think you should work harder and provide Emma with a good education, don't you think?
Yes, I will. Thank you very much.
Sasha, I've gone to a lot of trouble to give you advice. Do you always pretend to listen to what I say and ignore? I'm giving you all this good information, and I hope you'll make use of it.
It's useful, and I'm grateful for it. I always take your advice. Why are you saying that?
Because you're always daydreaming like an idiot, aren't you? Are you okay with Emma's education?
I'm doing it in my own way. Brian got into a famous private elementary school. It's really different when your husband is elite and dedicated to education. My husband is really talented, and he's perfectly capable at work and at home. How about your place? Brian did a great job to get into the school. His efforts really paid off. Elma also looks up to him. Right? He has been going to cram school since he was 3 years old for gifted education. And I speak to him in Spanish every day. I don't let him watch any cartoons. I provide a really good environment for my son. That's great. Emma inherited a love of comics from me and my husband. After all, she likes comics more than literature. I think it's important to spend time together as a family, enjoying things together. So I guess we're fine. I feel sorry for the children if their parents are not well educated. That's why we do everything we can to give Brian a top-notch education. Comics are the worst. My husband always says it's vulgar and bad for the kids. Is that so? We are all about family fun, and comics are part of that. Of course it is worst. Emma is going to take the junior high school entrance exam next year, right? No, she won't. I'm sending her to a public school. That's for ordinary people. I'm worried about Emma's future with that kind of education. We're an ordinary family, you know. Still, as long as Emma grows up happy, that's all that matters to me. I don't like it. I have to be careful not to let Brian be influenced by ordinary people. We're really strict about educating our son. Brian and Emma always seem to be having fun playing together, don't they? When I see the smiles on their faces when they play together, I think that happiness is the best thing for children. That's the problem. It's not good for Brian. I want Brian to grow up in a more noble environment. That's why I'm giving him a proper education. You should think more about that. I don't know about that. By the way, about your stuff that's left at my parents' house, could you please get rid of them soon? I want to rearrange the room and make space for my new life. No, I can't. That room is full of my life. How can I get rid of it when it is filled with memories and precious things? But it's been more than 5 years since you left the house, and you got married and bought an apartment. Don't you have enough space there? Emma wants her own room. She grew up and wants to have her own space. She's still in elementary school. She doesn't need a room. Giving a child a room is too extravagant. Her friends are starting to have their own rooms and she wants one. I want to make sure she has the right environment as she grows up. If you give your child everything right away just because she wants it, she won't grow up to be a good adult. She needs to be properly educated. Besides, Jack sometimes works from home, so he wants to use it as a workroom. He needs a place where he can concentrate. Do it in the living room. He can do his work where the whole family can gather. Fiona often brings her friends over to the living room, so he can't concentrate in the living room. Then use the bedroom. He can work there. I can't put the desk in the bedroom. I think it would be better to separate where you sleep and where you work. It's a waste to have one whole room as a storage, you know. I want to make effective use of that space. That is not a storage room. That is my room. Don't touch my stuff without permission. Besides, that room gets the most sunlight. I think it's the best room for Emma to study and play. It's my room because it gets the most sun. Besides, that room is filled with my treasures. Anyway, could you please do something about your stuff so that everyone in the family can live comfortably? Anyway, don't touch my stuff. Don't you even think about looking in the boxes. I'm not going to let you get rid of it. Amy, I'm sorry for texting you so many times. I was talking to Fiona a little while ago, and she said she wanted to see you and your family. Why did you come visit us here for the first time in a while? What? I don't have as much free time as you do. It's hard for me to find time. I see, but she really misses you. Brian has grown up and she will be happy to see him. I know that, but I'm busy. I have to take care of the apartment and I have a lot of plans for the weekend. I understand that you're busy for your family, but your parents' home is also an important place for you, right? Why don't you make time to visit for Fiona, even if it's just for a few minutes? I know I should, but I'm busy. Why do you want us to come so badly? It's because Fiona misses you guys. Isn't it natural that she misses her daughter's family? Besides, it's fun when the family gets together, and Emma is looking forward to seeing Brian. There's something fishy. There seems to be something going on. You're planning to take over my room, aren't you? I won't fall for that trick. I was trying to make Fiona happy. Amy, please think about it a little. Can you leave us alone now? We have our own lives. I don't have time to go to my parents' house. I'm sure Fiona will be happy to see you and Brian. Fiona's really worried about you. That being said, it's realistically difficult. I don't know how much you understand, but I have a lot of work to do. Of course I understand, but that's why I hope you can make some time for her, to bring joy to Fiona. Shut up! Will you leave us alone already? Amy, are you okay now? I have a favor to ask you. I was wondering if you could come pick up your stuff soon. You really keep texting me, don't you? Are you still trying to take over my room? Take over? That's not what I meant. Can you please stop talking about it? I've already told my brother I don't want to do it. Please take your stuff out. Absolutely not. I have the right to use my parents' house. Right? Don't be so dramatic. The house is in my mother's name, so I have the right to inherit it. Yes, but Fiona has declared that she will live to be 100 years old, so you have 40 years to wait. I will inherit half of it in 40 years. It's the same thing if I use it now. That's for sure. That room is mine. Or are you after my inheritance, Sasha? No, that's not what I meant. I wonder if you're planning to take over the house while Mother is still healthy. That's terrible. Why would I do that? You're usually in a daze and fell asleep during my father's funeral. You're the person who made a mistake at my wedding and went to the other venue. So you're telling me you're not thinking about moving your stuff out. I just want to use that room. Everything in that room is my treasure. It's filled with my dreams and my youth. Dreams and youth? By the way, what's in the cardboard boxes? I've been wondering about it for a while. Don't pry into my private life. Besides, every time you come to visit here, there are more cardboard boxes, aren't there? That's none of your business. Why don't you rent the storage? Because it costs money. It only costs $60 a month, and it looks like you can rent it. If it's at my parents' house, it's free. Don't say that. Jack said he would be willing to pay half the rental fee. Does that mean I have to pay the other half? Are you kidding me? There are so many of my precious collections in that room. Besides, that's the room I've been using since I was a child, and it's filled with so many memories. But Amy, it's been many years since you left your parents' house. You've started a new life, so don't you think it's important to organize things a little bit? I can't organize anything. I'm telling you, that room is filled with my life. I will never allow you to move my things without my permission just because you want to use that room. I'm not saying we should force you to do it either, but Emma wants to have her own room. We want to make sure that she has an environment that will accommodate her as she grows up. But that doesn't mean you can use my room without my permission. I have the right to use that room. But Fiona, we want to make sure that everyone in the family is comfortable. Then you guys should be more creative. Stop using my room without permission. We have done the best we can, but we just don't have enough space. My room is mine. Don't let anyone in until I use it. Then, could you be a little more flexible? We need you to cooperate to make it comfortable for everyone in the family. And by cooperate, I mean don't move any of my things without my permission. I thought about putting them in the garage, but I can't fit a room full of stuff in there. The garage isn't that big after all. Then they would be treated like junk. I can't imagine you treating my precious treasures like that. I wouldn't call it junk, but it is unused and unwanted. They seem to have been neglected for a long time. If you really need it, shouldn't you put it in a place where you can make better use of it? They are my treasures that I plan to use. I put them there with great care. I have a lot of memories in them. They are not just things. Then you can take better care of them if you keep them in your apartment. Wouldn't it be safer there where you live now? The more important things you have, the closer you should keep them. Besides, Emma has recently taken an interest in that room. She sometimes goes in there without permission, and I try to warn her, but she just can't help but be curious about it. Please don't let Emma go into that room. You should educate her properly so that she doesn't go into my room. Just because she's a child doesn't mean she's allowed. She started saying, I don't care if it's in the corner. I'm going to make it my own place. She wants her own space. And after all, she's going to need it if she grows up. You have to teach her well. Is that what you want for her? You have to educate her more. I'm sorry, but can't you do anything about it? Emma is getting bigger and needs her own space. I'd appreciate it if you could think about it a little for her sake. If I say no, no. That room is mine. I won't let anyone touch it, especially Emma. Don't let her touch it. I see. Too bad. But there may be times in the future when Emma will want to go in. I would appreciate it if you could think about it a little more for both of us. Whatever. Oh, by the way, I'd like to leave Brian with you next week since we're attending the company's party as a couple. The party will go late into the night, so we would like you to let him stay overnight if possible. That's fine. Emma will be delighted. They are very close, so it would be fun to spend time together. But no comics or cartoons. Those things are a waste of time and not good education. When Brian comes over to our house, that's what he seems to be looking forward to. It really makes him smile and Emma is having fun together. Absolutely not. It's bad for his education, and I won't allow him to see it. If his grades drop or it has a bad influence on him, he'll be in trouble. Don't let any of those stuff get to my son. In our home, we try to spend our time on more noble things. Amy, I'm sorry to bother you so early in the morning, but I really wanted to discuss this with you.
What is it? It was late last night and my head is still a bit fuzzy.
It's about Brian.
What? What's wrong with Brian?
Well...
Did he get hurt?
Oh, he is fine. It's just...
What is it? Say it quickly.
He opened the box.
What box? You mean my room?
Yes. I found him opening the box.
No kidding! You saw what was inside?
I couldn't help it. It was already opened.
What? What did you do?
I'm sorry. I was careful not to let Emma go in, but Brian said he wanted to see your treasures. I tried to stop him.
So, did you read it?
Don't worry. I took it right away. But the characters are parodies of cartoons, right? That's why the kids wanted to read it.
It's your fault for letting them in the room. You can't even babysit properly.
I'm sorry. By the way, Amy, that's a comic magazine, right?
Huh? How did you know?
I have a friend who is into comics. He told me about it before. I didn't realize that the contents were for adults.
No way! Did you see it too, Sasha?
Sorry, my curiosity got the better of me and I read it.
Please don't tell my husband. He hates those things. He is very strict, and I don't know what he would do if he knew I had such a hobby.
I'm sure he wouldn't be happy. Your husband is very strict about education. That is why he never lets Brian watch cartoons or comics, right? I was surprised to hear that you had written something like this. I couldn't imagine it from your usual attitude.
I wrote it secretly in the daytime when no one was around, so that no one would know about it. I usually hide it in the back of my closet so that no one can find it. I'm always worried someone might find out.
You have to go that far? That's a lot of work. It's hard to keep secrets.
I have been writing since I was a student. I don't want to stop now. This hobby is part of my life.
I understand how you feel. A friend of mine said the same thing. He has been writing comics in secret for a long time, and he is struggling with the same thing.
I know. It's a relief to have someone who understands.
I had no idea that the room had become an inventory for your comics. But that's one form of passion, isn't it?
That is the safest place for me because my husband won't find it there. I sell them little by little. But when I make new ones, the number increases and I'm in trouble. We don't have room in the apartment now, so I have to put it in my room there.
Jack was saying, he said you used to be a nerd, and it's strange that you married such an elite.
Because it's so fun to imagine a perfect dream of romance.
I see.
Living with my husband, I can fantasize about being with a perfect handsome man.
I understand. I married my husband because I thought he was just like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? What's so good about him?
He's so handsome and cool. He follows me everywhere.
Really? I don't understand it one bit.
You and I are the same kind of people, aren't we?
No, we're not. I'm not an ordinary person like you.
Now we are friends, aren't we?
Don't be so friendly with me.
Comics are not for ordinary people. It's for aristocrats to write, right?
Shut up!
Will you clean up your room?
I told you I don't want to.
I'm going to tell your husband.
Oh, don't do that.
You can't show him the comics because it's vulgar, right?
Ugh.
So, what do you say? Will you absolutely positively not tell my husband? I think that's up to you, Amy. Oh, no. I've been called an ordinary person so many times in the past. I apologize for that. Then you will vacate the room, right? If I put that many things in the apartment, my husband will find out. I absolutely have to keep it a secret. So please rent a storage. If it is some distance away, your husband is unlikely to find out and it will be safe. I don't have any money. I put all the money I had at my disposal into my comics. I spend most of my monthly income on comics, so I have no savings at all. Why don't you just work part-time or something? If you increase your income even a little, you could at least raise enough money to pay for the storage. No, my friends will think I'm poor. They're always watching me, and if I start working part-time, they will find out. Then tell your husband. You'll have to explain the situation to him and ask for his cooperation. Wait a minute. Don't do that. I don't want my husband to find out. He's a strict man. What if he finds out about my hobby? Come on. It has nothing to do with me. I just want to make sure that our whole family is comfortable. If I get divorced, I won't have any savings, and I won't be able to live. Everything I have now would fall apart. Then what would you do? Nothing is going to get resolved if you keep on like this. I really don't know what to do. And while you're at it, please approve the name change of the family home. Fiona doesn't want to pay taxes or whatever, so she wants to change the name of the house to Jack. What's that? What do you mean? She wants to change the name of the house in order to reduce her tax burden. By changing the name to Jack, it will reduce the burden on the whole family. I don't like it. It's mine. My inheritance will be reduced. Why would I do that? Don't worry. I'll make you the beneficiary of Fiona's life insurance. I will make sure that you won't lose money in the future. You're talking about 40 years from now. I can't put it into the comics. Well, I guess so. But it is still important to cooperate for the sake of the family. Oh no, I really don't know what to do. Now that you and I are friends, we will be able to have fun from now on. I won't even be treated like an ordinary person anymore. That's terrible. You set me up. I'll hate you for the rest of my life. Please say whatever you want. Emma will be happy to have the room. You bitch! Comics is my life. It's my romance. If I work part-time, I won't have time to draw comics. I don't want that. It would ruin all my creative activities. Sasha, I need you to do something. I need your help. Please, don't take away my purpose in life. Amy, I understand how you feel. But in order for the whole family to live comfortably, a little compromise is necessary. What do you mean by compromise? We can share the cost of the storage together and also change the name of the parents' house. Then we can work together. So that's the only way? Yes, that's the only way I can think of. It's not helpful at all. I have my parents' house, but I have to rent storage? I'm sorry. Please do your cute niece a favor. Already, don't be silly. After that, Amy reluctantly agreed to rent storage. Then, she decided to talk to her husband about it because she really didn't want to work part-time. Amy's husband was surprised at first, but he understood her enthusiasm and eventually approved. Amy's husband agreed to let her continue with her hobby because he was concerned about the happiness of the family as a whole. As a result, she was able to continue her hobby. Somehow, I ended up helping her draw comics. She is enjoying her creative activities while cooperating with each other. Amy sincerely appreciates me, and our relationship is better than before. Now the whole family gets together, and Fiona is very happy. Our family bond has strengthened, and everyone is more comfortable. Amy is also truly relieved that she can safely store her precious collections, thanks to the storage. We hope to continue helping each other and having fun together as a family.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!